Hi everyone, today's class is going to be a beginner flow. So we will start standing at the top end of our mat, bringing your legs together, your feet together. You can have your ankles just slightly separated so they're not knocking and they're more comfortable. Standing nice and tall, slide the ribcage down the front of the body, so I want you to ignite through your core, roll your shoulders back and down. Like we're taking a seat, we're sitting back into a chair, bending the knees, reaching your arms overhead, and then stretching all the way back up, lengthen the body. Taking it slow, down for 2 counts. We lower down for 2, and then we come all the way up for 2. Wrap and squeeze your glutes. Squeezing our legs together as well. Lengthen. Start to press your arms back a little further behind the body as you lift up. Lighting up through your triceps. Sitting down for 2 and up for 2. Just 2 more really slow as we warm up the body. Shoulders are back and down away from your ears as you lift them up. Starting to go a little quicker. 1 count down, 1 count up. Down and up. We bend and stretch. You have 6 more here. 5, 4, for 3. Last 2, then we stay low. On this next one, hold at the bottom. Again, shoulders are sliding down away from your ears, holding in that chair pose. We're going to sweep our arms down by our sides and then reach overhead. Just sweeping the arms back and up for 6, 5, 4. Squeeze the inside thighs together tight. Last 2. Now on your last one, I want you to bring your palms together, squeeze them together, and we pulse down, down. You just have 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last 2 and 1. Coming all the way up. Hands to the thighs, hinging forward, holding that position. Press down into your thighs, sending your hips back. So we feel that beautiful stretch through the back of your legs. And now just fold forward all the way down. Let your hands rest down towards the ground. Let your head hang heavy. Taking a breath in. Exhale, stack your spine, bone by bone. Let's unravel. Coming all the way to standing again. Separate your feet now to hip width apart. Getting ready for a lunge set. Stepping 1 foot back behind you, reaching your arms overhead. Drop the back knee down towards the mat and then bring your feet back together. Alternate. Driving through the front heel as we step our feet to the top end of our mat. Step back and then feet together. Our aim is to get the back knee low down towards the mat, but if you can't drop it all the way down, that's totally fine. Listen to your body, just work. Do what works for you. Back and together. For 8, 7, making sure that front knee tracks over 2nd and 3rd toe. We don't want to let it buckle in. 4 more. 4, 3, for 2. Now take your left leg back and hold. Staying low in your lunge now. Let's start to sweep those arms down by our sides again, back behind us, reach overhead. Sweeping back and reach up. Now, option here to stay where we are If you'd like to add on, as you sweep the arms down by your sides, lift your front heel and then lower the heel as you reach overhead. Let's go again. We lift the heel and lower. Feeling that front leg start to sizzle. We're here for 6, 5, 4 more. You've got this. 3, 4, 2. Now last one, lower your heel down. Hands to prayer, press the palms together, pulsing down again. Breathe, draw that front heel heavy down into your mat. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together. Straighten to the other side now, guys. Stepping right foot back, drop the back knee, holding our lunge. Arm sweep back, reach up. Sweep back, reach up. We are feeling warm. If you would like that add-on, let's start to lift the heel as you sweep the arms back. Lower the heel, reach up. 4, 3, try and get a little deeper. 2, last one, lower your heel down, hands to prayer and pulse, pulse. Let's go, 6 more for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step your feet together. Legs will shake out if you need to. Inhale, reach your arms up. Grow tall, lengthen the body. Exhale, open your arms out and around. Nod your chin to your chest. Articulate your spine down now. Rolling all the way down, how we did earlier, hanging heavy. Take a breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Right, hands are going to come down to your mat now, and we step back to a high plank. So stepping both legs back, shoulders are forward over your wrists. Modified version if you need to here, drop to your knees. Shoulders still forward over the wrists, and I want you to feel as though you're trying to scrunch the mat in underneath you. So you're pulling your knees to your hands to your knees. Same thing if you're lifted up, this time pulling hands to your feet, feet to your hands. Twisting biceps forward, pulling your triceps back, singeing through the waist. Pressing the back of the head to the ceiling. If this is enough for you, you stay there. If you would like an add-on, let's start to bring left knee to left elbow. Step it back, right knee to right elbow. So we're taking it to the same side, doing that side crunch, working through our obliques. Modified version, on your knees. You can still do this one. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more here, then we get a stretch in down dog. Last 2. Give me 1 more. Send the hips up. Enjoy a stretch in down dog. Pedal out your heels. Bending one knee, straightening the other. And just enjoy the stretch to the back of your legs. 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Drop both heels down to the mat, lift your heels, tuck your pelvis, gaze at your pelvis, and you're going to unravel through your spine. And we're into a high plank. Send the hips back up, and let's do that again. Drop the heels, lift the heels, tuck the pelvis, and unravel. High plank, send the hips up. Now, if you need your modified version, down onto the knees, sit to the heels, still tuck your pelvis, unravel, half plank. Sit back, tucking under, unraveling into that half plank on your knees. Just want you to flow through that for a couple more, whether you're down on the knees or up in your high plank. Focusing on the articulation of your spine. Doing one more, and then come in and hold your plank position for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower your knees to the mat, bringing the hands back underneath your shoulders again, knees directly underneath your hips. Reaching your right arm up to the ceiling, you're going to open your chest up towards me, gaze at your thumb, and then thread the needle under and through. Let's do that again. Inhale, reaching up, full rotation through your spine. Exhale, thread one more time on this side. Really press away from the mat. Keeping our hips still as we thread the needle other side. Gaze at the thumb, thread under. 2 more. It's really important to focus on mobility and rotation of your spine throughout your class, not just stability. Okay, from here guys, turning ourselves around, lying onto our back. So roll on down, placing our hands by our sides. Our feet are hip width apart. Heels drill down in towards the mat as you tuck your tailbone and articulate your spine as you roll up into a bridge. Rolling up bone by bone, wrap, squeeze your glutes, and then roll and ripple the spine back down. All the way, nice and slow. Finding your neutral spine at the bottom, then we go again, tucking the pelvis. Roll the spine up, bone by bone, it lifts. Now you can reach your arms up to the ceiling here, but at any stage if you need more support, more stability, arms go back down by your sides. Imagine your spine is like a string of pearls, one pearl at a time lifting. The next time you come up, let's hold. You're resting on the shoulder blades at the top. Now I want you to slide the ribcage down the front of the body, keep your core connected, and we squeeze into the glutes. Now you're going to wrap and squeeze your left glute a little tighter as you float your right leg up into tabletop. And then place the heel back down and alternate. Now as we do this, keeping our pelvis still, making sure your hips don't rock from side to side. Again, at any stage, press the back of the arms down in towards your mat for more support. Reaching our arms up to the ceiling will make it a little more challenging. Stabilizing on one side, squeezing into the glute. Next time your right leg is up, hold that position. Squeeze into your left glute and you're just going to toe tap the right toes down to the mat and then lift it up. Your hips stay in line. Really squeezing into your left glute and hamstring. Drilling the heel heavy down into the mat. Now let's start to take the opposite arm back behind us, overhead, and then reach up. Everything reaches up. Tap and lift. Making sure your rib cage is just sliding down the front of the body. 4 more. For 3, 2. Last one, reach everything up. Extend the leg to the ceiling. Top range pulse. Pulse, squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Placing the heel down onto your mat. Reset, you are in your bridge position, both heels down. We hinge the hips halfway down and squeeze. Halfway down and lift. We're just doing 8 of these pulses before we go straight into the other side. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, for 2, lift and hold. Squeeze into the right glute, float your left leg up into tabletop this time. Toe tap, let's go. Tap it down and up. Aiming to keep your hips lifted and in line here. Keep squeezing into the glute, drilling the heel heavy down into the ground. Starting to take the opposite arm back behind you now. lifting everything back up. Breathe through it. Let's get comfortable with being uncomfortable here. Feeling that glute sizzle. There we go, we've got 5 more. 5, 4, you've got this. For 3, 2, last one here, reach everything up, extend the leg to the ceiling, top range pulse, let's go, squeeze, squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lift, place the heel back down. We are still in that bridge, you are almost there. Heel rises, lift your heels and lower. Rise up and lower. Core is still connected. Don't let your ribs start to flare out to the sides. Squeeze your glutes. Rise up and stay. Hold it there. Let's finish with those pulses. Lift, squeeze, squeeze. Last 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your heels and then roll your spine down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest if you need a little moment there. Sway from side to side. Heels find the mat again. So bringing the heels back to hip width apart. Hands will go on top of your thighs. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, lifting to an abdominal curl. Lift, reaching the fingertips towards your knees. Inhale to slowly lower down. Exhale. Breathing everything down in towards your mat as you lift. Flattening our tummy, pulling everything in nice and tight, not letting our abs dome. Exhale. Gazing just above your knees, keeping the length through the back of the neck. I want you to think about lifting your chest up towards the ceiling and forward towards your knees to really focus in on your abdominals, for lifting you up. Next time you come up, stay there, hold. Make a little cup with your hands behind your head and just allow your head to go heavy into your hands, but come up an inch higher with the chest. Really get into those abs and we're pulsing, pulsing, lifting. Making sure you're not pulling on your neck. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now last one, stay, hold it there. Left leg floats into tabletop. You're extending that left leg out long and then bringing it back in. Extending it long, bringing it back in. Now if this is enough for you, you stay there. If you want a little more, you're going to float the other leg into a tabletop position. Draw that belly in tight. 6 more. 6, 5, for 4, 3, 2, last one. And then both feet find the ground, lower down, straight back into your ab curl. Lift and lower. Exhale. Lower down. Making sure you're not pulling on your head and your neck. If you feel as though you are, you might want to place your hands back on top of your thighs and really work on those abs doing the work, not your arms. If you feel like you need the support of your head and neck, that's totally fine as long as you aren't pulling on your neck. Next time we lift, let's hold it at the top. We're back to those pulses, little pulses. Exhale out through pursed lips as you lift. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now last one, lift and stay. Bringing your right leg up into tabletop. Let's extend it out long and then fold it back into tabletop. Not letting your lower back lift off the mat. Flatten it down into the ground. Hug those tummy muscles in. Again, you can keep the other foot down on the mat or let's lift it into tabletop. Use your breath. It's going to help recruit those deep core muscles. We don't say it for no reason. The breath is going to help you. 4 more. Last 4. 3. 4, 2. Now last one, bring it in and stay there, guys. Hold, hold, hold. If you need to, both feet are down. If they're lifted, let's take it to your full bicycle. You're going to bring one elbow over and across to the opposite knee. Extend the other leg out. Come through center and switch. We want to keep our pelvis still here. If both feet are down, you're still coming over and across the body. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, for 2, final one, and then we can lower down to the mat, hug the knees in, do it a little rock and roll. And then place your feet back to the mat. Hands go a little wider than your mat. Let your knees collapse off to one side as you look back the other way. And switch over to the other side. Keeping both shoulders pressing heavy down into the mat. Let's come through center. Hug those knees back in. Rocking and rolling up. And let's take a stretch out from here. You're going to come into a cross-leg position. Grow tall, lengthen the spine. Walk your hands forward on your mat. And just relax down into the stretch. Stretching your hip and glute. We work them nice and hard today, so we want to take a deep stretch. Relax into it a little more on your exhale. Feel yourself melt into the stretch. And then slowly walk yourself back in with your hands and switch on over to the other side. So cross the legs over on the other side and then walk it forward again. Couple of more breaths. Feeling that hip release. Walking yourself back in with your hands once more, growing tall through your spine. Reach your arms up to the ceiling, palms come together, side stretch over to one side.